Hey there, this is Jill, Kahuta's cousin from the challenge Bloodlines, and today I watched Ace's recap video and I thought it was really funny, so I wanted to shoot a little intro for the next one. That was one of my roosters crowing. I'm just out here after work feeding the chickens, so sorry I don't look super glamorous, but anyway, I hope you like her video, and I really hope this doesn't need subtitles, because I was a little worried about that. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys.
Hey y'all, hey, what's up? I feel like I should talk in a country accent today because I am just so excited for this second episode recap of the challenge Bloodlines, and let's all give it up for Jill in that amazing intro. Jill and her chickens, y'all. Was it chickens? Did she say chickens? I can't remember right now. Roosters, something on the farm. Anyway, thanks to Jill for that awesome intro. I am so upset about what has happened this episode, but we'll get into that. Let's not start off with us being sad. And everybody go follow Jill on all of her social medias down below. I'll put all the links down there for you to click on and stuff. Also, side note for y'all on Jill's intro, she actually wrote me and was like, I love your recaps. I would love to do an intro for you, and sent it to me in like 20 minutes. So if you didn't already think that Jill is awesome, Jill is double awesome. So make sure to go follow her and tell her that you love to see her in the intro. So we're starting off the episode with Party at the Beach Time, which is pretty much like Party at the Club Time. So cue the music. Party at the beach time, party at the beach time, party at the beach time. This wouldn't be good for me because I am not good with the sun plus drinking in the daytime. So I'm not very much a party at the beach time kind of girl myself, but they're into it. Everyone's dancing and drinking, having a good time. They're all doing this boxing thing, this little boxer booth or whatever, where you like hit the thing and see how strong you are. And Cara Maria goes for it, and she just fucking completely face plants into the ground. She swung her whole entire fucking body into that. Bananas has his ass cam out, and he's going around the water filming booties. They apparently have a GoPro now for Bananas to film super sneaky Bananas footage, which I think is probably the best idea of all time. So on the crazy bus ride home, Bananas looks back and sees Cara Maria and Thomas getting a little frisky in the back seat of the bus. Pretty sure she was giving him a handy J back there, but what do I know? That's what was insinuated. I just comment on what I see, you guys. Like Tom said.
I don't know what anybody else says. We literally just play rock, paper, scissors and sit next to each other on buses. Rock, paper, scissors. That would be the hand motion.
I don't know if by saying that quote he was trying to say that she wasn't giving him a handy J, but he actually just confirmed that she was. I mean, with the hand motion and everything. Rock, paper, scissors. What? Cara Maria does think Thomas is cute, but she's still living and sleeping and loving on Abe. You guys remember Abe? And Abe is a crazy motherfucker, man. I wouldn't want to. They're both crazy, okay? Cara Maria's crazy, Abe's crazy. That's why they're crazy for each other together. And I wouldn't want to be messy. I wouldn't want to be Thomas. I wouldn't want to be messy. Abe kind of scares me. Back at the house, Jill reads the card from TJ that insinuates that the next challenge is going to be creepy, and everybody starts, predicting what insects are going to be crawling all over them, or they're going to be putting in their mouths or whatever. And Bananas had to say something about it.
I've already seen every single one of these girls wake up in the morning, so I don't know how much creepier the day can get.
Moving on to challenge time. It's much different doing this without drinking, but pretty much the same, just without drinking. I'm still drinking. I'm just drinking Gatorade. The challenge today is called Family Dinner, and just like everybody suspected, they're going to be putting gross shit in their mouths. Not only that, they're going to be sticking their heads inside of boxes full of gross insects and shit, and they have to chew up the bugs. These bugs are like giant fucking crickets and like hissing cockroaches or something. Like, there is no way I would have stayed in this challenge. I would not have done it. I wouldn't even have pretended to do it. I always say this once a season. TJ and me are really cool, like online. But TJ would hate me because I am a quitter at things I don't like and things I just will not do. And this is one of them. I would not do that. I might sit with my head in the snake thing. I would still be freaking the fuck out. But I've held a snake around my neck before. Like I've done that with like that size of snake, so I'd rather do that. But still, your head's in a box with just you and the snake. Kind of freaking me out, you know what I mean? I don't know, I wouldn't do it. Ace would piece on out that bitch. Anyway, they're supposed to chew up the bugs until they're dead, and then spit them. This is the worst part. They have to spit them into a tube, like through a straw, into like a jar of water. And that would be the worst. Like, if I'm gonna chew it, just can I swallow it and be done and then like vomit? Because like if I have to like feel it coming back out of my mouth, like in not the vomit form, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have to chew it and then gather it and then spit it back in this tube. That's the worst part, I think, for me to get through my head. Like, no. Bleh. For some reason, you know, it just popped into my head when Jemmy was having a freak out of her own about eating ketchup. No, about Knight squirting ketchup on her.
Hey, Jemmy, how do you like ketchup? Jemmy has a very odd fear of ketchup. I've messed around with her before and just like put it on her face, and she absolutely freaked out. One thing I can do to get her away from me without hurting her is put ketchup on her. She hates ketchup.
There's ketchup on me. I can smell it. I can feel it. Ketchup is legitimately my biggest fear.
I fucking hate ketchup. Anyway, I'm totally going off somewhere else. So they have to pick red and blue rocks out of a bag to figure out who's going to be suffering and who's going to be eating. Obviously, eating is eating the bugs. Suffering is sitting with your head inside of a fucking tank with a snake. They don't know it's a snake yet, by the way. So they start off picking the rocks, and Kahada goes up first, and he's like,
If Jill has to eat bugs, it's gonna be bad.
and then he reaches his hand into the thing. He's like,
Shit. You hungry?
I also like when Bananas found out that he was eating. He's like,
Motherfucker!
so he was really excited about it. Candace finds out that she's eating. Leroy starts pulling one of these little dances. And TJ's like, I wouldn't start getting too excited. I love Kellyanne's quote.
I don't want to eat anything that has, like, poop when I chew it, you know?
I do know. I know. I don't want to either. No, no, no. So the first round, people get set up, and snakes start dropping on people's heads. Leroy's now freaking out because he's in there with a fucking snake. And Cara Maria's like,
Oh my god, this is great! I own one of these. So happy!
what is wrong with her? Now for the bug eating, and I want to first give props to everybody who did this, and a big round of applause, because no. Nani is going crazy because every time she sticks her head in the box, she starts freaking out, like shaking her head all around, and all the cockroaches and the crickets are getting in her hair. Where is her fucking hair tie? Can somebody please provide this girl with a scrunchie immediately? Bananas thinks it's a great idea to start smashing and headbanging the shit out of the fucking bugs, and I think it's a great plan.
I'm gonna use this massive head of mine, which also houses one of the biggest brains in the house, to smash, stun, or in some way, shape, or form, just render these insects disabled.
I think it's a good fucking plan. You're gonna need some Tylenol later. Kellyanne's doing pretty well, it looks like, although she's hating every minute of it. But her faces are fucking priceless. Kahada tells Jill, go in for a cockroach, Jill. And she's like, no. No other words. Just no. Leroy's quote about Candace is great.
When I seen the gut shoot into her mouth, right then and there, it's like, cuz, you redeemed yourself. I couldn't be more proud of her.
TJ is getting way too into this challenge. He's laughing at everybody, especially Nani. And he walks by her and he's like, you're doing good, Nani. And she's like,
Shut up, TJ.
Jamie is killing it, eating a lot of delicious bugs, while Cara Maria's just chilling in there with her friend, you know. Towards the end of the challenge, Kahada's like,
My snakes are getting a little ornery, Jill. You gotta go.
TJ blows the horn at the end of the challenge and says this.
All right, time. That's it. You're done. Pull out.
That's what he said. Round 2. Steven and Thomas are ready. Steven says,
I'm down to eat whatever at all times.
well, alrighty then. They all get prepped, and here come the snakes. Bring on the snakes. The snakes drop in, and Corey's face is like, it's so hilarious. It was my favorite shot of the entire episode. Tony's like, Shane, it's a snake. And he's like, ah! Before it even drops in the box. Jenna and Rihanna are both flipping out about the snakes. I feel like everybody is just uncomfortable. Larissa is eating all these damn bugs. And Camilla's proud of her, but then she has a moment of reflection.
What am I doing to my poor sister? What did I sign us up for? I thought I was mean to her when we were little, but this is pure torture. her.
Brianna's freaking out. She is not gonna eat a damn bug. She's not gonna eat a bug. She's just not gonna fucking do it. She's not gonna do it. And Jenna is not happy about it. My problem with her not doing it is I don't understand why she has her head in the box the entire fucking time if she's not gonna actually eat anything. Like if you know you're not gonna do it and you're fucking freaked out, why would you just have your head in the box screaming the entire time? Just quit. Just don't do it. If you're not gonna eat one bug, take your head out of the fucking box. Why do you need to be in there? You don't. You're just torturing yourself for no fucking reason because you're not gonna eat anything. You're stupid. Sorry, it's just dumb. Tony's eating a lot of bugs. Mitch is killing the game though. Mitch is getting work done. Mitch is eating these bugs like they're the only thing he's gonna eat in the next week and a half. The twins are all hardcore. Huh, we're twins and we're badasses and these taste like croutons. Huh. They don't taste like fucking croutons and you know it. They taste like fucking crickets. In the end, Jenna and Brianna are obviously losers because, well, Brianna didn't eat a goddamn thing. Not even one. Didn't even give it a little kiss. I love how I'm making fun of people for something I would never do. And the winners are Jamie and Cara Maria. Jamie and Cara Maria. You knew it was coming. You knew it was coming. Bananas had something to say about Jamie winning.
Cause he's used to eating all that prison food, man.
This could be true. After TJ tells Brianna and Jenna they came in last place and they're thinking that they're gonna go in, TJ's like, oh, but I guess it's your lucky day because it's a guy elimination. So they get off the hook for this one, which is kind of bullshit, but whatever. So the last place team for today that have a guy in it was Kahada and Jill. No, 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 no.
Well, I feel like a turd in a punch bowl.
I can't. Just want like a Kahada quote app that like for whatever situation you'd be like, I'm happy. And then you press the button and it just Kahada says something to you in an uplifting country tone. And then if you're mad or disappointed in yourself, you could just press it and it would be like,
Oh, I feel like a turd in a punch bowl.
I mean, that would be the best app ever. Get on that shit, Kahada. I'm so sad that my Kahada's going into elimination. I'm gonna strap up my boots. You don't really strap up. I'm gonna put my boots on, ride a bull and rally for my dude. Jill is super sad and oh my God, I wanna give her a big stupid hug because she's crying and it's just hurting my heart, man. My achy breaky heart. I just don't think you understand. Cara Maria talked to Kahada because she has to pick somebody to put in against him about his feelings on who he wants to put in. And at first he's like teeter-tottering on Thomas and, oh, what's your twin's name? This is so annoying. Thomas and Steven. He's teeter-tottering on Thomas and Steven, but then at the end of it, they're gonna choose the Are You the One twins because, well, they think that all they do is drink and they can't really, like, you know, survive an elimination, which, whatever. They're much bigger than Kahada, so, But Kahada's like, yeah, whatever, I'll just, you know, yeah, I'm done. Okay, cool, go with it, yeah, So that's what the plan was until Cara Maria then went and told the Are You the One twins about it because, you know, people who are stand-up people are gonna be like, hey, you know what, we're kind of thinking of throwing you in just so, you know, you're not surprised when we throw you in. And they're like, oh yeah, well fuck that, it's time for war, we're coming for you, we're coming for you. So after the fact, Cara Maria tells Kahada that she talked to the Are You the One twins and they're not fucking happy. They're actually the exact opposite and they want to kill everyone now. So now Kahada's thinking that Thomas and Steven are looking like the better option now. And now Cara's freaking out because, you know, she's kind of hand-jaying the one of them, Thomas. And she didn't even have time to tell them that there's a possibility that they might go in. Moving on to deliberation. Cara Maria and Jamie do wind up picking Tom and Steven. And Tom ain't happy. But he quickly calms down and later on at the house, he goes up to Cara Maria and he's like, you know what, I'm cool with it. I understand. I get it. I get it, I get it, I understand. So, he gets it and he understands. Later on, at the club, everybody's at the club. Dancing, partying, drinking stuff. It's club time. Everybody's having a great time, dancing and partying, going hard, except Brianna, who's like, I'm ready to go home. So Jenna's like talking to Anissa. Anissa's like, what's wrong with her? She's annoying. Jenna's like, yeah, she's annoying, but I won't tell her she's annoying. And Brianna's just like, I'm ready to go home. Back at the house as they're all stumbling in. So back at the house when they're all stumbling in, Brianna's like, I just want to really go home. I don't want to be here anymore. So she starts flipping the fuck out, crying. Jenna's not having it, starts yelling at her, going in on her about her Spanish boyfriend who's always cheating on her and doesn't care about her back home. And everybody's like, Oh shit, this is just getting really intense right now. Now Nani brings Brianna into the room. She's trying to calm her down. Jenna comes in there and starts getting in her face and looking like she's gonna knock her out, and Nani's trying to hold Jenna back, and she's like, Nani's eyes are so big in this scene. She's just like, Jenna, 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 Jenna. Like her eyes are so, she looks fucking crazy because she's trying to calm crazy down. But anyways, hilariousness. So now Brianna's in a closet or something telling Nani that like she's better than Jenna. And then Jenna comes in there and she's like,
Oh, you think you're so much better than everyone because you got a fucking job at a bakery. Congratulations, your dad owns a bakery. That's why you have a job.
God is all like,
I swear on my life, these people are insanely crazy.
so blah blah blah. It's basically the stupidest fight in challenge history. And the next morning, they both wake up like, we need to talk. We can't do this and like be on the same team. So, okay. And it's over, I guess, for now. Who knows? Anyway, moving on to the pit. I feel like since it's TJ's new thing, you know, I would also support him in dressing up a little bit for the pit. So, I decided to put the shirt on because TJ's now wearing button-up shirts to all the elimination rounds. So I felt like I didn't fit in anymore, and so I had to find the only button-up that that was in the closet that fits me. That is my wife's. Put it on over my shirt because I'm classy like that, and I'm missing a button. So just gonna pretend we don't see that. So Thomas decides to go in against Kahada, and he plans on coming back to the house. The game is called Squaring Off. So it's a bunch of fucking squares with hallways in between them, and there's a ball somewhere in there, and they both have to run in from opposite sides and find the ball, grab it, and then try to get out and pass the goal line before the other person. So this is a physical challenge. The first one to 2 scores wins. Come on, Kohada. First run, they both run in, they get to the ball at the same time, and Kohada just kind of wraps onto Thomas, trying to fight him for it. He fought and fought and fought and fought all the way to the finish line, where eventually Thomas got the first point. And at this moment I started to panic. I mean, I love Thomas, but not as much as I love God. Second run, they both go in. Again, they both meet each other. They're wrestling for it, and Kahada's putting everything that he has into it. They said he looked like a little spider, like on his back. I can barely move in this shirt. It's making me very uncomfortable. I don't know if I'm gonna follow you in this trend, Tej. Might be a one-time thing. Anyway, Kahada was going hard on Thomas, as hard as he could. That sounds dirty. And at the end of it, he did not go hard enough because Thomas made it to the finish line again. And then I was sad. I might have cried a little. I wrote a song about it. I don't want Kahada and Jill to go home so soon. They are my favorites, and I just lost my cat at the park. No more country accents in the recaps. It makes me feel bad. It makes me feel sad. I don't want to talk regular, it's just freaking boring. I was gonna buy boots, but they went home too soon. Now they're back to feeding chickens and doing all that kind of stuff that they were doing, and I'm just sitting here like I wish that they would come back. You can tell how sad I am from all the minor chords. Yeah. Alright, enough with this. Enough with it. Enough with it. I'm ripping it off. I'm mad. I'm sad. Ugh. I can't get it off. So Kahada and Jill, I'm so sorry to see you guys go. As you could see from that song, I'm really, really depressed about it. And I mean, you can buy that on iTunes. The link will be down below. It was great seeing y'all here, and I look forward to seeing you next time. But right after they leave, TJ then drops a big bomb on everybody, telling them, you know, that now they're going to be playing against one another, against their bloodline. And this is what I knew was going to happen. I knew it was coming. I am so smart. I can see into the future of the challenge. He tells them that they're not only going to go up against each other and make new teams, but they're gonna do it right now. And by right now, he means for them right now, but for us next week. So until then, I love your guys' faces. Thank you for watching. Tell me your feelings and thoughts on Kahada and Jill going home. I think they could have went to the end. I'm very aggravated that they went home so soon. But tell me your thoughts down in the comments. Subscribe if you're not already. Hit this with a like. Share it with your friends. Tweet your challenge people and tell them you want them to make an intro for this recap show. And I'll see you guys next week, same time, same place with Ace. And peace out.
So check this out. My friend Ace, she told me to do a recap intro. So this is the intro to the show. This is the intro to her show. This is the season premiere of our show. This is a big deal. So thank you, Ace, for having me do this. And thank you, everybody else that watches these.